Oregbeni Market. How many of us know Oregbeni Market? Oregbeni Market is a place where people go and buy and also what? Sell. And it's different in they buy and sell. Some are buying oil and it's different in they buy and sell. Some are buying oil, some are selling oil, some are selling oil, some are selling biscuits, some are selling rice, some are selling clothes, some are selling shoes. But the major thing is share. Share talks about ownership. For example, you say, this one I may share. Maybe they dash us money, somebody dash the youth money and say we should share it. And I say, okay, you take 10K, you take 20K, you take 5K. You can say this one is my share from the money that we are giving. Amen? Yes. So when we say stock market, it's a place where people buy share or sell shares. Now, what does that mean? Share in this context speaks about inside is your own. Are you with me? Yes. So if, for an example, we all know Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is a big company, but this is what for them to expand. They make a public offer. What is the public offer? They tell people, come and buy. The number of shares we have is 50 billion shares. But one is 20 naira. And the minimum you can buy is 1,000 shares. And so when you now go 1,000 times 20 naira, that is how much? 2,000? Is that 2,000 or 20,000? 20,000. Okay. Now, if you now go and say, okay, I want to buy 1,000 share of Coca-Cola. When they sell one share for 20 naira, what you do is that, okay, you now buy 1,000 share, you give them 20,000. And then they allocate to you 1,000 share. What that means is that if the whole share of Coca-Cola is 50 in stock market or not, it might be annually, it might be biannually, depending on how the company collects their profits. When they do their evaluation for that calendar year or for that profit season, what they do is this: they share what is called dividend. And that dividend is dependent on how many shares you have. So for you who have, let's say, 1,000 shares, your dividend will be given to you based on that number of shares. Another person who have 20,000 shares will be given to that person. Dividend will be given. That's profit. Because you are now part of the owner of that company. So when they make profit, you will receive profit. Let me give a more practical example from my own experience. I bought shares in Fidelity Bank some years ago. I think 3 years ago now, or 2 years ago, thereabout. I bought 16,000 shares years ago now, or 2 years ago, thereabout. I bought 16,000 shares. It was about 160,000. They were selling it 19,000. Some years, I think 2 years or a year plus, if I'm not mistaken, I found out that the shares I bought for 9 naira per one is now being sold now in that bank. You will now, what I bought 9 naira, you will now buy it about 20 naira. What did I do? I decided to sell part of my shares. So the shares I bought 16,000 shares then, 160,000. Then I now decided to sell 8 naira, what I bought 9 naira. If you calculate 8,000 times 8 times 2, 8,000 shares times